Although I am involved with CADAC, the Center of ADHD Awareness Canada, the views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of the participants and do not reflect those of CADAC. And now, cue the music.
This is the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, a show for high-achieving ADHD entrepreneurs. Together, we will inform and educate you about how to improve your self-awareness while developing systems, routines, and habits for conquering the entrepreneurial world. Here is your host, André Brisson.
Hey there, it's André here with another short for the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, the podcast for the high-achieving ADHD entrepreneur. This episode is brought to you by CADAC, the Center of ADHD Awareness Canada. You can get more information and you can donate at www.cadddac.ca. Wow, amazing. Another year done. This is, again, something I started last year on a whim, impulsively, and I think I want to continue it because it's a great practice called the 2022 Gratitude Review. My voice might sound a little sarcastic. It's because it's something I don't do very often and feels silly, but you know what? It works very well, and it really makes you reflect that there was a lot of good that happened this past year, and they actually were better than the negatives that occurred. So I'm going to start right off. Top gratitude is starting and going strong with season 2 of the podcast. And I'm really grateful for you, the listener, that has made this possible for me to continue on with season 2. And I'm coming up with new topics and things to discuss. And I got no shortage of people wanting to be on to discuss these topics that I find is lacking out there. And I'm just very grateful for this opportunity. And I thank you, the listener, for continuing this on for me. A big step this year were my 2 girls starting a brand new school in a new area, and their social anxieties and the big change. I got to say, I'm really impressed and happy that the transition was very well. It wasn't without its challenges and problems, but it was a lot better than we anticipated. This year, I took 2 fishing trips where I was able to just shut my brain off in northwestern Ontario, where there's no cell phone reception, and just it was a nice, refreshing time. One time was with a couple buddies, and the second time was with my girls, and we had a nice little break and visiting my cousin up there. The other thing I'm really grateful for is for me to start believing in my ability to network and relationship building. So really working on more and giving my entrepreneurial network a chance. Let's put it that way. Basically, I was calling my own bluff, and I'm really grateful that that's working out, and I'm getting a lot of feedback. You know what? I'm getting reciprocal relationships, which is probably brand new to me, and I think it would resonate with some of you. The other thing I'm really grateful for, I think at a minimum, I've had 7 emails or LinkedIn reach out saying, thank you very much for the podcast. It's helping them. And that, my Lord, really, really helps me. And like the one guy who emailed me a few days before I almost decided to stop the podcast, and he reached out and said, continue on. Thank you very much. And so I thank you for people who took the time. And for the people who took the time, I think there's at least, there's one that took the time to write it out. A lot other people are also thinking the same thing. So I take that with severe gratitude and I appreciate. Building a supportive network that's pushing me to keep going on with developing tactical breakthroughs. Brand new engineering, my objective engineering team members have a lot of potential, and I'm very grateful for them for being around. Quite a few of them are over a year old now, and I could just see unlimited growth for them personally and also company-wise. I'm also grateful that my wife's bakery called Rosie's Kitchen, so ROSYSKITCHEN.ca. It's a dedicated gluten-free bakery. She also does egg-free, dairy-free products. That's going very well, and it's growing. And just seeing her confidence build up and her ability to identify the sensitivities other people have in their foods, which has a lot to do with our girls' sensitivities, but making something that is actually good and unique and sticking to it. And she's getting a lot of great feedback. So I'm very grateful that she took that decision to go ahead and do this on her own, and I'm proud of her. The other thing I'm really grateful for, and it's taken 44 years to do, but believing in myself and believing that I am a hero to others, to my girls, to my wife, to you, the listener, and to the people I do help day to day. And for me to really believe that is a big thing, and I feel really good. A big achievement was achieved just last week, actually, at the time of recording here, is me completing my DBT group therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy. It was a year-long process, but I'm very grateful that I was given the opportunity to do it. I was grateful that the counselors were there very challenging me to the point I was getting really pissed off a lot of time and frustrated. But at the same time, it was for me to rediscover my old self. And then very grateful I was able to build new skills to protect me and my mental health. And I don't know if you've recalled, but I keep saying mental health first before physical health. So we got to take care of our mental health. And I'm very grateful that I was given this opportunity. I had really great group members. And it's unfortunate I won't see them again, but they're always going to be with me. And ultimately, I thank you, the listener. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for you, there'd be no point doing this. And I really appreciate and grateful that you're listening and that you're checking in regularly with me and not turning me off. So I thank you very much. So now the thing I also want to do is another thing I was grateful for, I start sharing a lot of my goals and my ambitions with people out loud. And guess what? They actually ask you about it. They actually keep you accountable and ask you questions to keep you accountable. So you know what? I'm just going to put this out to the ether right now, to the listening radio waves. So what I'm looking forward to in 2023 is building tactical breakthroughs from the impulsive thinker, the support company that helps me identify the unique person and how we can overcome some of these ADHD challenges to make a really good ADHD safe company and structure around you. I'm looking forward to completing scuba diving lessons with my oldest daughter, who wants to be a shark researcher in her time. She's currently 14. She's been talking like this since she was 5. So I'm investing in her future, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing Rosie's kitchen double in size. It looks like it's going that way, and seeing my wife really take ownership in that and be proud and helping people eat products that will not kill them. I'm really looking forward to building my engineering team at Objective Engineering, which is an entrepreneurial engineering company, which is an oxymoron for most cases. But I see a lot of potential in them, and I want to help them build their personal skills and their personal development so that they can succeed and grow professionally. And ultimately, my goal for 2023 is to build and grow my confidence and remove my negative core beliefs that has been absorbed from my background, from my raising and my experiences as an undiagnosed ADHD entrepreneur and an undiagnosed ADHD person and child. And for me to create new core beliefs that will support me progressing in the course of action that I want to do is to help more people. So these are big achievements that I want to do, but you know what? I've tried bigger. And the other thing I'd like you to think about is I'm also thankful and grateful for all the obstacles and frictions I had in 2022. That made me a better person because I didn't flounder. I didn't wallow in it. I stood up to it and I found ways to overcome those obstacles and learn from them. So what I ask you is, what are you grateful for in 2022? And I can't wait to share with you the upcoming next episodes in 2023. I want to do a bunch of mental health focused episodes, but I got quite a few successful entrepreneurs I want to share the stories with you. So to you, thanks again. Happy holidays and have a great new year, and we'll see you around the bend in 2023.
Thank you for listening to the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, please visit theimpulsivethinker.com. The Impulsive Thinker podcast is produced by Tactical Breakthroughs and hosted by André Brisson. Remember, ADHD is only a part of you, not all of you.